Chosen one, you know that injustice hurts in a deep and solitary way, like a wound that others can't always see. Behind this pain, they used lies and manipulations to ruin what you built with integrity. They tried to make you feel small, playing a shadow game where the truth was distorted, and you were ridiculed. But God, who sees everything, watched every step, every betrayal, and never abandoned you. His gaze has been vigilant, seeing your struggles and your tears. Today, know that divine justice is preparing to come forth, and God's timing is always perfect. In the hardest moments, when everything seemed to fall apart around you, it was your faith that sustained you. They tried to manipulate your image, presenting themselves as the victims and you as the culprit. These lies did not go unnoticed. What they overlooked is that the chosen one is never alone. God was by your side in every silence, hearing your plea and understanding your pain. He knows that those who attacked you tried to isolate you, to make you doubt yourself and your light. But what they didn't foresee is that, while they plotted in the shadows, God was preparing His justice. As you endured each blow, heaven bore witness. The chosen have a strength that does not break, a resilience that surpasses what is comprehensible to those who live by manipulation and deceit. The injustice you faced was recorded by God, and the truth will be your ally, for nothing can hide the light of the chosen. Your enemies, in the arrogance of those who think they control the fate of others, underestimated divine power. God heard your innermost thoughts and knows that the integrity of the chosen can never be destroyed by the actions of others. Perhaps loneliness was a heavy burden, chosen one, when you realized that those around you distanced themselves due to these false stories. But God accompanied each of your silences, and His protection was a constant presence. Though those who attacked you believed they could destroy your spirit, they underestimated the invisible power that protects the chosen. Heaven keeps records of the suffering and faith of His chosen ones, and divine justice is underway, ready to reveal the truth. Remember, chosen one, every tear you shed, every word that was twisted, are seeds of a purpose that God is cultivating. Those who harmed you may have believed they could manipulate appearances, but God is the one who holds the final control. Now, in His time, the truth will begin to emerge, and every act of malice will become the very trap of those who tried to steal your peace. God's justice is eternal, and His intervention, inevitable. Today, you will see that the path of the chosen is guarded, and the truth always triumphs. When you look back at what you endured, chosen one, you may wonder how you withstood so much. Those who betrayed you, in their eagerness to feel superior, did not measure the consequences. They fed lies, acted in the shadows, and tried to stain your journey. But despite all the evil you faced, your essence remained intact. This is because God knows the heart of the chosen and knows that no lie or slander can erase the truth. Divine justice moves silently and relentlessly, and every injustice done to you is being answered. Those who dared to raise false testimonies against the chosen did not imagine that in trying to construct their lies, they were actually digging their own downfall. They ignored the power of the truth and underestimated what it means to be chosen. God, with His infallible justice, allows certain attacks to happen only to transform each trial into an act of strengthening. And now, this is the moment when the truth begins to resurface, stronger and more unbeatable than any scheme. The burden you carried, chosen one, was not in vain. It served to test your resilience, to strengthen your spirit, and to prepare you for a victory that only those who know the divine truth can understand. Those who attacked you thought themselves untouchable, confident in their manipulations and proud of their apparent skill at deceiving. However, they forgot that one cannot destroy a chosen without God seeing it. They lost themselves in their own shadows, while your light, even dimmed, was under divine protection. There comes a moment in the life of the chosen when God allows evil to flourish briefly, only to later show that His justice is unshakable. Those who lied and distorted your truth are now about to face the consequences of each act. They believed they could hide the truth forever, that their poisonous words would remain undisputed, but the weight of their actions now accompanies them. God's justice does not delay, and it will be revealed, exposing every falsehood and raising the chosen above all injustice. The protection of the chosen is a divine promise. And while the world tries to bring them down, God strengthens those he has chosen, allowing even evil to be converted into wisdom. Those who attacked your reputation thought they would be free from consequences, but in taking this path, they underestimated the spiritual law. Now, the lies begin to crumble, and destiny itself takes an unexpected turn, where the chosen, once isolated, will be vindicated, and the wrongdoers will face the weight of their own schemes. Chosen one, know that nothing can destroy the purpose of one who is protected by God, and every pain you faced is being transformed into a shield that makes you unshakable. Those who cast lies upon you believed they were in control, trusting they could shape the perception of others to isolate you. But what they did not realize is that your strength lies beyond human understanding, for it comes directly from God. They tried to obscure your light, not understanding that true protection lies in invisible support, in the divine presence that envelopes the chosen. And now, you will see the truth emerge like a wave that clears the path and reveals the purity of your intent. Every lie told against you was like a poisonous seed planted by those who could not tolerate your presence, your essence, and the purpose you carry. The envy felt by these wrongdoers was the fuel that led them to create traps and false narratives. However, the very seeds they tried to plant against the chosen now begin to grow and ensnare them. God, in his wisdom, allows each unjust act to return to its sender, as a reflection of their own darkness. This is how justice is made, slow, relentless, and impossible to ignore. The truth you have always defended is about to emerge and will be undeniable. There may have been moments when the burden seemed too heavy to carry, and the loneliness of walking as a chosen made you question your worth. But understand that this was a divine test, a preparation for something much greater. God watches over each of his chosen, and he knows the strength required to endure these trials. Those who attacked you, attempting to make you give up your path, failed to understand the depth of your spiritual connection. What to them is a battle of appearances, to you is a journey of the soul. Now, the truth brings forth the integrity you have always carried, while those who wronged you face their own decay. The chosen, no matter how many injustices they face, have the unique ability to transform pain into wisdom and challenges into empowerment. Every word used against you and every attack on your essence contributed to build the being you are today. God knew how much you could bear and prepared you to face, with resilience, every trial that would arise on your path. Those who, in their pride, underestimated your ability to rise again, now see your light shine once more. Divine justice is in motion, and your light, chosen one, will be the living proof that God has always been by your side, shaping and strengthening you with each blow they tried to inflict. Now, those who thought themselves protected by the darkness of their lies begin to face the consequences. The chosen not only endure trials but emerge from them with a wisdom their enemies will never have. God allowed each attack to shape the resilient heart you carry, and now the wrongdoers see their own deceptions collapse before their eyes. The words of slander they cast are turning against them, exposing the truth with a force that nothing can stop. This is the time when God's justice reveals the errors of those who thought themselves immune, and you, chosen one, will see that divine protection has always been in your favor, waiting for the perfect moment to act. Chosen one, I know the pain you went through sometimes seems incomprehensible to those who look from the outside. The lies they told about you, the silence of those who should have defended your truth. All of this forms an invisible weight, but God, who sees even what is hidden, accompanied each of your tears, each moment of despair when it seemed there was no way out. They thought they could keep you in this darkness, but the strength of the chosen comes from the divine light, a light that no attack or betrayal can extinguish. Perhaps you remember the sleepless nights, replaying in your mind each distorted word, each look of distrust from those who let themselves be deceived. The pain of being chosen is not always understood, but it is witnessed by God, who keeps each of these moments and prepares the response to all who hurt you. Those who tried to silence your voice are beginning to feel the weight of their actions, the insomnia, fear, and restlessness that now overtake them are just the beginning of an inevitable harvest, where every act of injustice returns to them. It was not easy, chosen one, to keep your faith intact amidst so many attacks. You probably questioned if all the suffering you lived through truly had a purpose, or if justice would ever reach those who slandered you. But the chosen carry a strength that reveals itself precisely in these moments. While those who hurt you tried to manipulate your image, God was silently molding your resilience, preparing you for a rebirth that only the chosen experience. The pain that once seemed unbearable now becomes the soil where your truth flourishes. And today, you begin to see the return of divine justice. Those who judged and discredited you now see their own words turn against them. The strength you built in silence surprises them, for, unlike what they expected, you were not destroyed. On the contrary, your light and truth shine even more intensely. They will realize that they cannot obscure the path of a chosen, for God honors the truth and never abandons those who remain steadfast in what is just. Everything you lived was seen and honored. Those who tried to manipulate the narrative, twisting every fact to put you in a vulnerable position, now face the fragility of their own actions. God transforms every attack into spiritual growth, every betrayal into an act of strengthening. They will never understand this strength, for it is the divine mark of the chosen. You, who remain faithful, will now see the reward for your patience. Your justice is not just a response, it is proof that the truth always prevails, for God is your defender. Before you continue, feel that the path can be lonely and challenging. Our ebook was made for you. He offers valuable insights to help you understand your gifts and walk your spiritual journey with more clarity. When you purchase it, you also gain access to our exclusive Discord community, where you can share your experiences with other chosen in a welcoming and understanding environment. Don't miss the opportunity to connect and receive exclusive content. The link is in the first comment pinned here on the video. You probably still remember the sleepless nights, reliving every betrayal and every look of distrust you received from those who believed lies. They tried to make you appear guilty, manipulated stories, and acted in the shadows, thinking no one would uncover them. But the strength of the chosen is silent and profound, sustained by something greater. God knows this strength and saw your resilience. Now, you will see that every injustice you faced served to shape you, and none of their actions were forgotten. In the midst of so much pain, you may have thought about giving up. Maintaining faith when everyone seems against you is a battle few understand. But, chosen one, you were able to carry this weight because God never stopped seeing you. Those who plotted against you believed they could cast lies to the wind and remain unpunished. But every distorted word now returns to them as a burden that oppresses them. Divine justice is relentless, and while they lose their peace, you walk toward the truth, because your soul is sustained by the integrity you have always carried. The nights of loneliness, the doubts that echoed in your mind, all of this is about to become a testament to your strength and faith. The wrongdoers thought they could isolate you, make you feel powerless, but they did not count on the resilience God built in your spirit. For the chosen, every pain is a lesson, every slander an opportunity to grow stronger. Now, while they face the weight of their own actions, you begin to see the light of truth emerge as proof that nothing, absolutely nothing, can subdue a chosen one under divine protection. Those who tried to manipulate others' perceptions to destroy your reputation believed they held the power in their hands. But God does not allow lies to triumph over His own. Now, the words they used to slander you turn against them, creating a burden only those who have lived by the truth can understand. The pain you endured shaped your resilience and prepared you for this moment. Divine justice not only reveals the truth but also restores the peace of the chosen. God has always been by your side, and this is the time when the truth becomes unquestionable. Every step you took, every moment you remained true to yourself, even when you seemed to be alone, is now rewarded. Chosen one, know that your truth cannot be suppressed, for the divine light that accompanies you is your greatest defense. Those who acted in the shadows, lying and manipulating, now face their own consequences. Your journey is a testament to how God turns pain into strength and betrayal into spiritual growth. The protection of the chosen is not temporary, it is eternal. The truth they tried to erase is what makes you indestructible, and now your justice is complete. Chosen one, your journey thus far has been a path of trials, where many tried to obscure your light and undermine your essence. Every slander they cast and every manipulation they used to try to silence your voice was intended to make you doubt who you are. They believed they could control the narrative and make you disappear in the shadow of the lies they created. But God, who watches and protects His chosen ones, saw every detail. He allowed you to go through the storm to strengthen you, and now the truth begins to emerge like a new dawn, dispelling the darkness. Those who plotted against you, chosen one, have begun to feel the consequences of their actions. The peace they once took for granted is now an absent weight. Guilt and remorse become constant visitors, reminding them of every unjust act they committed. God knows the hearts of His chosen and knows how to turn pain into growth, allowing wrongdoers to reap what they sowed. The truth that was hidden resurfaces with an intensity that nothing can extinguish, and you will see that everything you endured now has a purpose, for what God reserves for His own can never be destroyed. The chosen, even in the midst of the greatest battles, carry with them a promise of protection and justice. With every blow you endured and every attempt to discourage you, God was by your side, giving you strength your enemies never imagined you possessed. Now, those who cast lies upon your path begin to face their own downfall, for no action escapes the eyes of the one who guards His own. Divine justice not only restores but exalts the chosen, and you will realize that, despite everything, your light has not been extinguished, it has only grown stronger for this moment. Perhaps you question why you had to face such a trial and bear the weight of so much injustice. But the truth is that every pain, every loss, and every tear shaped you for this moment. God allowed you to go through these dark valleys so that now you could see the fullness of His justice in action. The chosen pass through a fire that purifies them and makes them unshakable, while those who lived in falsehood begin to lose their strength. God's timing is perfect, and you will see that nothing that belongs to the chosen can be destroyed, for He has raised you above all lies. Those who tried to destroy you did not foresee that, contrary to their plans, their lies would be exposed, and their manipulations would lose strength. Chosen one, your story is now a living testimony of divine justice, which not only protects but exalts those who remain faithful. God has turned the darkness they cast upon you into fertile ground where your faith flourishes stronger. The truth they tried to hide now shines like a flame that no one can extinguish, and your journey is proof that the chosen have a purpose beyond human understanding. God's protection is eternal. Chosen one, your resilience and perseverance were proofs that faith is an unbreakable force. They believed they could take you off your path and stain your truth, but every attempt they made only strengthened your purpose. With every lie they spread, with every plot they created, God upheld you, shaping your soul and steadying your steps. Now, the truth emerges, and those who tried to destroy you begin to realize that, before divine justice, their actions are nothing but hollow echoes. God never allowed you to face this journey in vain. He was preparing you for the honor that comes now. Those who used words as weapons, believed that the narrative they constructed would shield them from the consequences. But what they forgot is that the chosen never walk alone. There is constant and invisible protection that supports and guides them. God heard your silent pleas, turning each moment of pain into preparation for the time when the truth would triumph. Those who posed as victims begin to experience the effects of their own hypocrisy, while you, chosen one, are reborn strengthened because your truth is upheld by God's faithfulness, which reveals what is hidden at the right moment. God's silence, which once seemed a burden, now reveals itself as an act of justice in progress. Every attack you endured was proof that the chosen carry a strength that unsettles those who live in the shadow of lies. They did not know that in trying to extinguish you, they were only intensifying your light. Now, that same light rises as testimony to what is true. God prepared everything so that when the truth came to light, nothing could conceal it. Your pain was seen, your strength was honored, and His justice does not fail. the truth always prevails in divine timing. Sometimes, the path of the chosen seems incomprehensible to the world. Their trials and apparent falls conceal a purpose that few can understand. God allowed you to face what seemed impossible to mold your faith into something even stronger. Every malicious word and every act of betrayal you faced now reveals your true worth. Those who lied about you no longer control the narrative, for God restores the truth to its rightful place. Divine justice is relentless, and now the chosen rises, for lies cannot compete with the truth that God upholds. Chosen one, you not only survived the storm but were renewed by it. God knew your strength would come precisely from this battle, and that is why now the truth emerges undeniably. Those who tried to stain your path see their own lies unravel, and the serenity they tried to steal from you returns with even greater intensity. Every tear, every silent prayer, God heard and kept. Now, His justice restores what was lost, and you can move forward in peace, knowing that divine protection was always by your side and that your light not only remains but shines even brighter. Divine justice acts silently but unquestionably, and God transforms every act of malice into strength for His chosen. Those who tried to destroy the truth and weaken you now face their own lies. With God's perfect timing, the truth re-emerges and exalts the chosen, showing that no injustice remains unanswered. You are elevated, for God always honors the integrity of His own, making the invisible protection that has always accompanied you clear. Those who underestimated your ability to withstand believed that you would succumb to isolation and pain. However, each challenge faced shaped and strengthened you under God's careful watch. Today, the very ones who attacked you find themselves trapped in their own schemes. The chosen face trials but are never destroyed. The strength they carry transcends human understanding, for it is fueled directly by divine presence and purpose. Every hardship brought silent, profound lessons to your journey. While your betrayers considered themselves secure, God was already preparing you for something greater. The resilience you built reflects God's care over your life. Now, God's justice not only reveals the truth but exalts the chosen. Pain has transformed into spiritual power, and suffering has laid the foundation of your victory. God's care is evident in every moment of your path. When the truth manifests, it undoes lies and illuminates the path of those who persevered. Chosen one, your journey, marked by internal and silent battles, reveals God's constant presence. Those who cast false accusations now see their schemes unravel. The victory of the chosen is always greater than the offenses endured, for it is sustained by the truth from above. God turns every injustice into triumph for those He chooses. Those who attacked you now face the consequences of their choices. God allows the chosen to face storms not to destroy them but to strengthen them. While wrongdoers bear the weight of their actions, you experience the freedom that truth offers. Everything you endured proves that God never abandons His own. Faith was your shield, and now the truth exalts you before all. The path of the chosen is strengthened by God's protective gaze. God prepared you to be a living example that truth can never be hidden. Those who relied on weakness and attacks against you now feel the weight of their own actions. While you stood firm, supported by divine presence, wrongdoers became ensnared in their own traps. God reveals the truth and honors your perseverance, exalting the chosen and showing that His justice elevates and heals. You are living proof of divine justice. Although God's silence once seemed a mystery, you now understand that He was waiting for the right moment to act. Those who underestimated the strength of the chosen now see the truth with an intensity that surpasses manipulation. Divine justice works quietly, but its effects are transformative. What once seemed a defeat now reveals itself as triumph. Chosen one, your victory is proof that patience and faith always find a response, and that God protects His chosen ones. Those who tried to destroy your path now face the return of their own actions. God allowed you to face hardships not to annihilate you but to strengthen you. Now, the truth that manifests exalts your integrity and faith. Every obstacle became a step toward a peace they will never understand. Your life is proof that God always honors those who remain firm, making each chosen one unbreakable in the face of adversity. Your strength, built through trials, is the greatest weapon against darkness. God not only protected you but used each pain to shape you. Those who tried to obstruct your path now see your light shine. Your life reflects divine justice and proves that the truth always triumphs. The manipulation they believed to be their victory now weighs upon them, while your victory, sustained by God, remains light and unbreakable. You are guided by a higher purpose. Today, the chosen one advances in peace, knowing that their journey is a testament to all who seek the truth. God has honored your faithfulness and elevated you above lies. Your story inspires others to remain faithful and to seek justice. Those who tried to subdue you now see the reflection of their actions. Chosen one, your victory shines, sustained by God's faithfulness, who never abandons His own. Your journey is living proof that where there is truth, there is always victory. Chosen one, your journey is the manifestation of the truth that resists, that survives, and that triumphs over any shadow. What you faced did not diminish you, on the contrary, it made you a symbol of divine justice, a living testimony to the power of faith. Remember that God always honors those who walk with Him and that, at the right time, all pain is transformed into strength, all darkness into light. His victory is a powerful message for all who seek truth and peace. If this message has touched your heart and strengthened your faith, please show your support with a like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that inspires and reaffirms your purpose. Share this message with other chosen and leave your thoughts in the comments, as your voice has power and can be the encouragement someone has been waiting to hear. Don't forget to check out the first pinned comment if you want to find out more about your journey as a chosen one. Our ebook provides in-depth guidance to illuminate your path and strengthen your understanding of your gifts. Plus, you'll be part of our exclusive Discord community where you can find support and share your experiences. Don't miss this opportunity to access exclusive content and connect with other chosen. Don't stop here, also watch the recommended video on screen or explore our Secrets of the Chosen playlist, where each content is designed to further deepen your journey of faith and resilience. May your light remain strong, and may you always walk under divine protection. See you in the next video and see you later.